welcome to Ken Goes Live, the impromptu edition. I'm putting it together as we go. Holy moly, this is going to be fun. Is it going to be? Yeah, it's going to be fun. Why would I lie to you? Look at this face. This is his face is supposed to be on an airplane. But he's not. He's not there. So we're broadcasting live as we normally do here on Twitch. This will be broadcast a little bit later on YouTube. We got Kristen McGee in chat, Old Handsaw, David Taylor, Channel 19 is here. Will McLean is here as well. Jonas Berggren's here. Jonas, good to have you here. I know you had a pet loss recently. Our hearts go out to you on that one there. And glad to have you here. And I think you all can hear me because I threw this all together. And I have this problem where my laptop starts to heat up and then it just destroys every little piece of technology I own. And that's always a problem. Tommy Terry Green is here. Tommy Terry Green is, of course, from the Companion app. And you guys should be checking out the Companion. In fact, annual members of me, I'm Ken. We can work out a thing. We can get you onto the Companion. Force Center people get an offer for 6 months. Why do I say this? Not only does the Companion cool, but Force Center has an exclusive show called Data Make Dive. The first real episode, we had a little introductory episode, but the first real one is tomorrow. So look for that. Crafted Jedi is here. Cool. I could hear you. Thank you. Pete Rich is here. And not only is he here, Pete Rich is here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like my 90s Letterman. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Would you like to buy a monkey? Okay, Ken, stop. This is the content you want. This is the content you need. Normally, we start with the opening segment. The segment, of course, is the thing. So we might as well start with it. And the reason we're going to start with it is, this is a chance to me to talk about the things on my mind. And what's on my mind? Ken put us here. I'm going to also set up a monitor. Eventually, we're going to have a monitor where I can see the chat room, where I don't have to look down at the chat room. John Mariano, that jerk from Long Island, very upset that I wasn't looking at him the entire time. And he was like, you're looking at the comments. And I was like, John, I don't know what to do. He's like, let's set up a monitor. I was like, that's smart. You got any gum? So what's on my mind? What's on my mind is when chaos hits, just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just take a step forward. I was supposed to be right now on an airplane, like approaching Dulles. Like maybe at this point going to be over like Ohio, which I hear is a great state. Never been there. We were, wheels were going to be down shortly. But that best laid plans. Peacemaker says, hey, Kenny. That's true. Pete Rich says, it's a great state. Again, allegedly. Now, they do have a great independent homemade chocolate sweet shop in Canal Fulton. And an old roommate friend of mine, he used to live out there. He actually lives out there now. And he used to come back with, they called Canal Mud. And this sounds like a bit. Canal Mud. It's great. And it's like layers of like caramel, butterscotch and fudge and chocolate. And oh my gosh, it's cavity in chocolate brick form. So good. And he used to come back with it, or sometimes his mom would just mail it out. Canal Mud. But every time it showed up, the way it would be wrapped from the store, it showed up in my mailbox as anal mud. Now, you try not making that joke for like 7 straight years that I received this for Christmas. And that's my take on Ohio. That's all I know about Ohio. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a problematic baseball team, and anal mud. Here we go. Matty Gutters here. These are the jokes, folks. These are the jokes. A shout out to Fraser Smith. I tip my cap. So anyways, yeah, Mark Ellis and I are going to be in Washington, D.C. We're going to be in Washington, D.C. tomorrow night. We're going to be there Friday night. And we're going to be there Saturday. And you guessed it, we're going to be there Sunday night. Look at us. That's that picture. On top of the White House, just hanging out doing comedy. That's Mark and I. We're going to be at the Comedy Loft. If you want to hear comedy, go to a loft. 30 years, World Series drought. Let me get back to this here. Yes, this is when you don't have any Kaika around. You have to press your own buttons, which I know how to do. Mark Ellis and I were going to be there, and we are still going to be there. But it was close. It was like, it was like, well, it was like when Edgar Renteria hit that line drive up the middle and Cleveland pitcher Charles Nagy almost snagged that line drive out of midair, but he didn't by a mere fraction of an inch. And then the ball went sailing into center field, and the Marlins won the 1997 World Series over the Cleveland Guardians, right? It was just like that. We came that close to maybe not getting there in time for some of the shows, not there for any of the shows, stuck in Salt Lake City for the rest of our lives. We don't know. We don't know. That close. I'm still in Burbank. I'm still at the home studio. We're going to be okay. Just now we're flying out of a different airport, and we're going to be a little tired when we get there. But you know what? It's comedy, baby. It's comedy. And we're excited to be there. And it got a little stressful. And Mark Ellis, God bless him. You guys, I know you think you know Mark, but you got to really know Mark. Mark Ellis is a hero. He's a hero to so many people. He doesn't think of himself as a hero, but he's a hero. And he was on hold with Delta. No joke. Paul, I think 4 hours. Would you like to buy a monkey? He was on with the phone with Delta helpline for like 6 hours, trying to work it out, sending me updates, and he finally got it taken care of. Yeah, Maddie Gunner TV says it the best. I want to be Mark Ellis when I grow up. Mark Ellis probably doesn't even want to be Mark Ellis when he grows up because he just doesn't want to grow up, nor do I. But if I do grow up, I will be there. Visit a lot of people now want to go visit Pete Rich in Ohio. So there you go. Dave Taylor asked a question here, and hit me with the questions. I got nothing planned today. Normally I have my itinerary, my show rundown right here in front of me. I got nothing. This is just all of it is the things today. And I feel as though I'm letting down listener and viewer Christy McGee. I feel as though I'm letting her down. Maybe. Dave Taylor says, now that you have time, will you check out the My Sweet Lord video directed by Lance Bangs, Comedy for Days? I don't know who Lance Bangs is. Am I supposed to know? Someone tell me who that is. I know I could Google machine it, but I don't know right now. But I did. David watched it. What is it? It's 16:09 right now, according to my clock. I use military time. I do. At 15:45, I watched the My Sweet Lord video. Fred Armisen, Vanessa Bayer, Mark Hamill, a lot of people there. It was a lot of fun. I don't get it fully, but what I loved about it is, like a good music video from back in the day, you don't need to get it. Just have some celebrities doing things. Like, is that John Malkovich and is Annie Lennox trying to dance with him or not? Like, what's going on? We don't know. We don't know. Put some flowing curtains, a donkey walks through. You got a music video, some fog machines. So they were kind of reminding me of that, because about halfway through, it's like, where is this going? What is this? What? Oh, it's a music video. We're not really supposed to know. It's just supposed to be something that happens, and the song plays, and then you hear the song, and it's all great. Love it. Love it. So, Dave Taylor, I did watch that. I got an important email update for my digital screeners login changes. Oh, I need to answer. I should cancel the show right now and answer that. Questions coming up from here. Color Jerry, I saw a question. What Color Jerry? Welcome, Color Jerry. Hello, Mr. Napzok. There's too much trouble. Can we get a closer look at that Obi-Wan? Oh, this Obi-Wan. Color Jerry, it's your lucky day. Would you like to buy a monkey? You want to see Obi-Wan? Let's do it. This is a sideshow Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan almost fell. He almost fell to the dark side. Oh, now his lightsaber just dropped. It fell to the ground. And that's the problem. And there again, this is the problem with these dollies. These very expensive dollies. They're almost too real. They're so real. The cloth is real. The hair's not real. The beard not real. Would you like to buy a monkey? So this is great. This was gifted to me, to be clear. Andrew's here. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? Welcome to the program. I almost pulled the trigger on the Obi-Wan so many times. Yeah, so I want to be clear, and Maddie Gunner's got a great question about music videos. It looks like a young Alec. It's a young Alec, indeed. It's mostly young Alec. They might have to redo it with a young Ewan. It's gonna fall. You got to put this weird crotch thing up. Watch as I play with Obi-Wan. Would you like to buy a monkey? So You gotta give him a man spread there. I gotta get that lightsaber that dropped down later. So Kristen McGee says the slow-mo dolly explosion would be a good video. You're welcome. Color me, Jerry. I like having you around here. So yeah, that was gifted to me. I want to be clear. I am a fortunate soul. I don't know what I did to deserve some stuff in my life. I much like I got this fine needlepoint, the Saturday Night Napzok needlepoint from the one and only known witch, Kristen McGee. Still needs to be a copywritten brand. I went and did a show with my pal Jeff May. He used to have a show for Sideshow. He doesn't work there anymore, but you go up there, you would do the show, podcast, and then before actually, they'd give you a tour of the facility and then take you to lunch at the Sideshow Hot Toys break room. And then you go do the podcast, and then on the way out, they go, "Hey, write down your address." No reason. Write down your address. And I do. And then about 2 weeks later, that showed up. Spoiled. I'm spoiled. So what can I complain about? I can't complain about anything. Even today, this whole new getting to DC thing and this delay. There's so much stuff in the world. Serious things. I always talk about it. Serious things. You can't get lost in that stuff. The stuff in Kentucky, that tornado it breaks the heart. And that's just one of 50 things that can break your heart every week. And by the way, I did make a donation. I should get that up here. Where did I put that link? Someone can grab that link. I actually went to the official. There it is. I got it right here. I'm going to drop the link in here. I'm going to put it in my own chat. This is where I chose to donate to help with some tornado relief there. I always say do your own homework. Make sure you know where you're donating and where you want to donate. If you want to make a help, make an effort to help. Or maybe there's other ways because, a lot of people run things. That's the official one. And that's where I chose to donate. So that was getting me down. The anniversary of the Sandy Hook shooting, getting me down. Like a lot of things to get you down. So when you take all that and at the end of the day, you're just delayed for a night on your aeroplane to go to a great city to do jokes and tell bits and stories and jokes for an audience full of wonderful people. What can you complain about? What can you complain about? It's fun to complain. Oh, I love to complain. Who doesn't love to complain? But really, when you think about it, it's okay. Captain Lobot says, I did nothing, man. Just put a little love out in the world. That's all we can do here. Mariano, I'm switching to Twitch. Is that okay? Man, this guy, Mariano. All right, let me bring him in. John, get your thing down. I want to hear you. What's wrong with you, man?
It's a prop, Ken. It's a prop.
It's a prop?
Yeah.
Is nothing real anymore? Is nothing sacred, Mariano?
I learned this from you with your cigarette. It's a prop.
Yeah, it is a prop. Cigarette. Oh, it's over there. I can't get it. It's out of the reach here. Ken Ways Blights rarely get to see you live being in England, but love everything you do. Helps him get through those boring days of work. You know what? I like getting people through boring days at work. This is a special one here. Christy McGee, known witch, says, happy belated birthday, Johnny. As George Harrison once sang, it's Johnny's birthday. It's Johnny's birthday. How you feeling, Mariano?
Old. How are you?
Old?
Yeah. I've been making bucket list items in the green room while I'm waiting.
Yeah. It's good, man. We're going to get through it.
Yeah.
You got a lot to celebrate, Johnny. Your life is giving you lemons, and you've kicked them down the curb and bought a milkshake. You're doing great.
When are we going to Cleveland to visit Pete Rich? Because I want to go to a Browns game and have some of that candy you were talking about.
You want to go? You want to visit this guy? You want to visit this guy? Let me uncover his face. You want to visit Pete Rich?
I do. Very much so.
What's going on?
Pete, we land in Cleveland tonight. Where are you taking us?
Barrio Tacos.
Barrio Tacos. Okay. Yeah. Explain more. What's there for us other than the tacos?
Tequila, the best guacamole in the state, queso, the The
Okay.
menus are, like the old Scantron tests where you have to fill in the bubble with the pencil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
You fill
Yeah.
in what you want on your taco, and you hand in your menu, and they take it in the back, and they make you your tacos.
This is okay. I don't know, but Johnny, your thoughts on this?
So my thoughts on this is, if Pete Rich wants to go on a date, I will happily come to Cleveland, and we can fill out our Scantron and have tacos, and then polish it off. We'll have some tequila. Go to the Browns game. Have some anal mud at the Browns game, and we'll be in good shape, I think.
It sounds. I'm rooting for you two to get together now. All right, Pete Rich, you know what I'm talking about, right? It is that candy shop in Canal Fulton. Right?
Yeah,
What's the name?
I can't remember the name of it, but it's literally like 20 minutes away.
You're no good to me. 20 minutes away. I don't want to give away your exact location. I accidentally gave away Christian Rubicaba's exact address last time out. Yeah, it's a good spot, right? It's a good spot.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it. Anal mud's great.
It is. It is good.
Pete, it's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah.
And definitely not Trey said it well in chat. Pete is blonde Jesus. What's going on with this luxurious hair? Mariano's got a head of hair too. I do not, but I'm jealous of you here. What's this choice here?
I don't know. I just decided. I mean, I had gotten a couple of haircuts through COVID, and eventually I was just like, well, what happens if I grow my hair out? Now's as good a time as any. So started my last haircut was in September of 2020, and just been growing it ever since. And I'm digging it.
Look, I dig a pony and I dig your hair. I think it's a big win. I think it's a big win.
Yeah, it's fun.
Must be
I was just gonna say, I think that Pete looks a little bit like Michael Bay, but like a Michael Bay I'd want to hang out with.
I get Dirk Nowitzki a lot, and Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Oh, the Petty vibes are strong. What what can you do on like Running Down a Dream or Wildflowers? Can you sing some of those?
Probably not.
All right. But life been good, Pete? Has life been good out there in Ohio?
Yeah, it's been fine. Yeah, just
okay,
getting through it like everyone else.
I'm convinced a little bit. John, are you convinced?
Not really, but I'll buy it.
Pete, are you? I'm going to go right to a controversial question here.
Yeah.
How long you been in Ohio? What, your whole life? How long you been?
Okay. Yes, my whole life. Yeah.
Ohio born and bred. I am behind the changing of the Cleveland Professional Ball Club's name. I get why.
Yes.
I think you are too, just in concept, right?
Okay. Yep. Absolutely.
What do we think about the Guardians as a name and the logo? Because they had a lot of choices, but what do you think about this one?
Yeah. So from the start, Guardians was my choice. Okay. So I'm good with that.
You won the bet.
I did. I don't dig the logos.
The logo looks a little clip arty to me. Like they went to a 1997 clip art page and they got it.
Yeah, because so there's these statues on the bridge right outside the stadium, and there are these big stone statues, and they're like the traffic guardian statues, and they're kind of yeah, go ahead.
Let me stop you there.
Yeah.
That city, your city, has told everyone there's 2 traffic guardians on the side of the road that are statues. Is this passed down through lore, or is this something that's real? Do you believe in the traffic guardians?
I mean, they're physical statues, like on the bridge, like stone statues. I don't know. Yeah.
How is this just on? If I was go to Google Maps right now and type in Cleveland Guardian traffic statues,
you would see it.
How long have they been there? Since like 1910 or something?
Oh, yeah, forever. Yeah, they're like built into the bridge. They're like they look like they're carved into the bridge.
So it's definitely not Trey says in chat. It's just like Lord of the Rings when they pass down. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was
Carbon Swaps is Cleveland Guardians of the Galaxy. I wouldn't have minded that either.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
That-
but
that-
Pete, Johnny, go ahead, Johnny.
I just had a question because I know the Lord of the Rings route might be popular, but my concern is, as a child, I watched the movie the Never-Ending Story, and there were these two guardian statues,
Right.
and there were huge structures, and when you passed between them, if you were thinking the wrong thing, they would like laser
Right.
beam you into out of existence. Is it like that?
No.
But define the wrong thing. Like what? Like you're thinking impure thoughts about the local weather girl or something, and
impure thoughts is exactly what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
or like maybe anal mud.
Anal
but
mud
not
is
the candy.
anal mud is not improper. It is just the incorrect name of Canal Mud chocolate treats.
But not the candy.
The packaging cut off the CA. It's not.
Right.
That's not Canal Fulton's chocolate shop's fault. That's not impure. Unless you're thinking about anal mud, John. All right, so Pete, I'm giving your city a soft hard time here. I get it though. I'm just curious.
It's Cleveland, like.
And Cleveland allegedly rocks. This I get, but I'm just wondering as like a kid, like there was a place in my hometown called the Old Victorian Inn or the Rose Victorian Inn and the Crystal Garden Inn. It changed names, but it's an old house, pink rose painted house. And you grew up in Arroyo Grande, California, and you looked at and you were told that's haunted. Like the whole city knew, true or not, that's haunted. So I'm just wondering if like when you came up in school, they were like, you see those statues? They're the traffic guardians, and they keep you safe in traffic. Like that's what I'm getting at. Is that what happened?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I didn't grow up in Cleveland proper, so I didn't get that necessarily indoctrinated to me. But I've always been aware that they're there because they're just right outside the stadium.
Yeah, Channel 19 here. David, if I remember correctly, they guard the traffic from the pedestrians? ?
I think it's more of just like no accidents on the bridge. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Johnny, Pete's getting defensive. I think he has a personal connection to these traffic guardians. I think he saved his life when he was 10, and he doesn't want to admit it. He thinks it's the statues.
Yeah.
I mean, if they sold plushes, I'd probably buy one to cuddle with at night.
You know, I got to tell you, I'm giving, again, Cleveland a hard time. I've never been there. I'm looking forward to getting there one day. I got to imagine, though, does like a city like Detroit have traffic guardians? And I'm getting breaking news in now. We got our Detroit correspondent, Lauren Romo here. Lauren Romo live in Detroit. Lauren, any traffic guardian statues out there?
I can confirm no traffic guardians. We have what? Oh God, I'm thinking of that stupid movie that the robot with a guy that became a robot. You guys should know that one.
Heartbeats?
RoboCop?
RoboCop, thank you. See, even the Cleveland guy got it before the Detroit woman. That's sad. That's just really sad.
Bador with some cheers and some gift subs. Thank you for that. If you're watching live on Twitch and you're not familiar with Twitch, you're watching later on YouTube. That's part of the Twitch economy. And now I'm choking on the. Okay,
but we had the RoboCop. You had RoboCop. That would be our thing, yeah.
Detroit is an unsafe city now. We heard no traffic guardians for the people. But
Very
the
unsafe.
pizza, allegedly, Lauren thinks the pizza is great. The cop who became a robot. I love
that. That's perfect. It is. Detroit pizza. I will defend this forever. If you haven't had Detroit style pizza, it's the best. And I can actually even say, circle back to Lord of the Rings. If you watch the show Hot Ones, there was Elijah was on it, and he even mentioned Detroit style pizza as one of his go-to like favorites. So,
he's a foodie.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Elijah's he's on the cusping the cutting edge. He's on the cusp is what I meant to say. He's on the cutting edge of a lot of things, from Detroit pizza to like NFTs and crypto. He's on the edge there. He's on the edge, that Elijah.
So I mean, and Frodo says it's good.
Okay.
You got to go with Frodo, right? I mean, come on.
You got to go with Frodo. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
But I love this. I love that this city, like I said, I've got the haunted thing. Our city has a white lady urban ghost story, like a lot of cities have. You know, you pass through this section of town at midnight on a Tuesday, and the white lady appears in your car. John, is Long Island got anything? I know it's a big city, right? It's a big town. You call them townships there? How does it work over in your
it's townships. We have a bunch of stuff. We have a.
Why do they call them townships?
because they're not quite cities, but they're too big for a town, so they're like townships. I don't know. I don't get it, man.
I'll take it.
Fabulous guess. Fabulous
I'll
guess.
take Okay, but with Long Island, ghost stories, yes.
So we have a few. We obviously have the Amityville Horror House, which is massive tragedy there and legendary in movies about it.
I've looked that up on Google Maps. How close do you live to that, Johnny?
About a half hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
about a half hour.
Tell you what, one day you and me meet me at Montauk, and then we'll head over there.
Well, Montauk out that way, they have all the stuff they base Stranger Things on.
Yeah. Okay.
Out that way. So
that's where they shoot out there. Okay.
No, that's where they base those are like the original idea was based on stories of animal testing out in Montauk.
Oh.
Like, during like World War II and stuff. So
Pete Rich, did you know that?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Typical Cleveland guy not paying attention.
This is why. Okay. All right. All right. I love it. Bador's in chat having a great thing. Good to have Bador here. Yeah, true fact. You guys don't know. It's Bador, 7 foot 1 inches tall. True story. At least to me, because I'm 5'1". All right, Johnny. So you've got ghost stories out there, and they're passed down from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Generation.
We used to go to Mount Misery when I was a kid, and the older kids were all. We used to call it necking. They were all necking there, and
we still call it that. You do. No one else does, but
okay.
Yeah.
And we would go there because it was like the spooky like people died or whatever over there.
Oh, we don't like spooky.
Yeah, it's like real spooky, creepy stuff, but nothing actually ever happened.
But I'll tell you what, who's an expert on spooky, creepy stuff, and we're gonna squish the screen up with 5 faces. If it gets too busy, I'll drop John because I don't really like him. Please welcome the Bigfoot expert, the man who believes in it all because why not? It's my friend, now yours, Scribbler, aka Hillbilly Scribb.
Howdy, folks.
Infinite Man. Hi, Scribbler. Scribbler, what do you think about these urban myths and legends and ghost stories passed down from time and eras and generations, city to city, including apparently the haunted Guardians of Traffic in Cleveland?
I was listening to that a while ago, and do you have to answer some sort of riddle to pass by?
That's hilarious. Pete, you're on the clock, man. You're like the Cleveland Browns about to draft their 19th quarterback this year. You're on the clock. Answer that.
Yeah, it's a lost cause.
Yeah.
Poor Pete was like, you know what? I think that Ken guy's kind of nice. I'm going to pop in on a show today. Now I'm having my city attacked. I'm being told that I believe in haunted traffic ghosts. Like, Pete, you're good. You're good for it. Pete, let me ask you this question, okay? Pete,
yes,
would you like to buy a monkey? Scribbler, how you been, man?
I've been doing good. I've been out there, doing my investigating research and looking for the answers, trying to suss out the truth. Very much trying to keep up the good work of our mutual friend, that Mr. Nolan Guthrie.
Nolan Guthrie's doing the good work out there too. He's still in a bunker in the Pacific Northwest. He hasn't come in the studio yet. Love it. Scribbler, your favorite urban legend, ghost story, myth from your upbringing, your hometown, or any place you've ever lived.
Okay. It's good that you asked me this because this is actually something that I just did some researching on. So where I'm staying in Texas, one of the biggest urban myths down here is that Pee Wee Herman's bicycle is in the basement of the Alamo. It's not true.
Scribbler, there's no basement in the Alamo.
Well, no, there is. I've seen it, but there's no bicycles down there.
No bikes. No. bikes.
I think I saw a moped and maybe a skateboard, but no bicycles.
Great question. You made me think of another great question, Scribbler, because I'm not, if anything, a professional. I'm anything if I even said that wrong. It's been a day. John, Pete, Lauren, Scribbler, looking at my screen.
Mhm.
Which one of you has driven a moped in your life? Of course it's Pete. You know why? Because he feels safe, because the traffic guardians are going to keep him safe in that moped.
I feel out. I kind of feel left out now. I wish I would have. John, did you say you did?
So I'm a little fuzzy on it. Is a Vespa a moped
A
or is a
little
Vespa
fuzzy.
a little
Yeah,
different?
Yeah. Yeah. Infinite
Yeah.
Manny once says, Pete is so chill. We love him. Pete is the chillest of the chill.
Mhm.
Stranger of the strange. Okay. Yeah. I count Vespas. Pete.
Yes.
Yeah, and definitely traces actual mopeds with the pedals. Look, I don't
Yes.
care. I don't care. Moped with
Yep.
pedals or a Vespa, motorized bike or a big wheel. Pete, do you own it now?
No, I never owned one, but two of my closest friends in middle school each had one. One was styled like a crotch rocket, and it was pretty fast. And then the other one was like the classic, like with the pedals, like you had to
Right.
pedal it to start it. And
Yeah.
so yeah, we had fun. We had fun riding around the streets in middle school.
In middle school, so for middle school for me is 7th and 8th, but I know a lot of places it's 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
So like 7th grade, you guys were on mopeds?
It was 7th grade. Yeah.
What's the driving minimum age limit out there?
It's Ohio. Like we were just driving through like neighborhood streets. We didn't go on like streets with like traffic lights or anything. It was just 25 mile an hour streets that we were just zooming down through, and yeah, it was fun.
Channel, I should rename this episode too. It's Ohio.
It's Ohio. Yeah.
Link, a lot of Pete fans in chat today, and I'm loving this. Pete Rich, one of the favorites around here. I envision you, Pete, in 7th grade with the hair and the beard on the moped, no helmet, hair flapping in the wind, right into your future. I think it's good.
Yeah, no beard, and I did have some hair, but this is the longest it's been.
You're looking great.
Yeah, in 7th grade, that was the second longest my hair had been. So, not too far off.
You can't get on a moped without sexy hair. Old Handsaw in chat says I had a go-kart with a Subaru Brat body. By the way, Subaru Brat. Subaru Brat, still the car I wanted most as a kid. I grew up daydreaming about getting a Subaru Brat. Love that.
Now, that's such an old handsaw like comment. It really is. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get old Handsaw on here soon here. Scribbler, no mopeds for you, but what's the closest you've ever had in your life? Just what's your closest encounter with the paranormal that you can share publicly? Thanks for the sub, Steak Sauce on Twitch.
The earliest, I guess the earliest paranormal activity I ever experienced was there's a town in Texas called Pittsburgh, Texas, and they had this big chicken plant.
As the main one?
What's that?
Is it as annoying as the main one?
Probably. They had a big chicken factory out there where they grew chickens and made boneless chicken wings. And
I thought you were to say they were raising chickens to be friends.
No. But they don't do that anymore. But I have been out there since, and there are some poultrygeist out there.
Scribble, I got to be honest. Part of me hates you. Part of me.
You gotta love the confidence of the delivery, though. For me, just the confidence. And
he's the best. I mean, look, if you make Bador laugh, you've done your duty. Because I've met Bador now in person. Never smiles nor laughs. Just sits there staring, just like this. The whole time. You made Bador laugh. That's great. This is my favorite response because it's also a little bit of a typo. Oof.
I get a lot of those too.
That's great. Johnny, out there in Montauk and Long Island, which whatever you want to prefer to call it there. I mean, no, Montauk's on the tip. You got to go see the tip of your Long Island. What is the closest you feel you've ever come to paranormal activity?
So it's on the other end of the island in Queens, at my grandmother's house as a child. I looked up the stairway and could have sworn I saw the ghost of my great grandmother.
Okay.
And it was just a really creepy. It was an old like concrete house in Queens, New York,
Okay.
and chilly house and dark hallway, up the stairs, narrow stairwell, and I could have sworn I saw like the image of my great grandmother just kind of floating past the doorway.
That's emotional. It's spiritual.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did she say to you?
She stared at me, but if she were to say anything, she probably would have asked me if I wanted the meatball because that was like that was a big thing.
By the way, one of you has a dog, I think. But what I love, it sounds to me like one of you's unfurling a tape measure, and it's like flopping along. Okay, great answer. That's sweet. That's sweet. It's not quite Poultrygeist, but it's sweet. Pete Rich, closest other
Yes,
than
sir.
traffic guardians that you've come to what you feel is paranormal activity.
This story was told on the Wanger show a few weeks ago when Grace was on.
Never heard of it.
I'll try to shorten it. So, I turn the heat down in my house pretty low at night, like 60 degrees in the winter, and in the middle of the night, I woke up and I was like sweating, and after like 10 or 15 minutes of not being able to fall back asleep because I was so hot, I noticed that the heat hadn't turned off. It was just constantly blowing. So I was like, well, that's weird. And so I went down to check the thermostat, and it was turned all the way to the max, which is like 87 degrees or something like that.
Right.
And I live alone, and why would I ever turn my heat up to 87 degrees? And so I think the ghost was trying to sweat me out.
Sweat you out, like not a friendly entity wanted to sweat you out so you move, or just want to make itself at home because it's a demon from the pits of hell. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do when you finally when you had that moment where you're looking at it and you go, I know I didn't turn this thermostat up. What do you think? What do you do? Take me to that moment?
I was pretty freaked out, honestly. So I turned the heat down and went back to bed. Maybe had a couple more lights on than usual, and eventually fell back asleep once it cooled off a little bit. But
did it ever happen again?
Not that, no. But there has been other stuff, and it's always like in the same area of the house, like where the thermostat is. It's something is always happening over there.
All right, I'll tell you what to do. Hillbilly Scribs will back me up here. You burn 2 candles, leave out a Nestle Crunch bar, say a prayer to the 7 gods, old and new. Boom, cured.
And the traffic guardians.
They're only for the driveway. Lauren, you're up next here, but I want to read this one here from our friend Bidor. And I'm going to read it. Now that I've met Bidor, I'm going to read it exactly how she sounded when we had a conversation. My ghost story. I woke up one day and turned around in my bed, and I saw a black shadow move, so I pretended to go back to sleep. Then I felt someone sit on my bed, and then I felt someone on my pillow. And after that, I could hear them stifling with my neck all the way down my spine. Wow. Crazy.
The accuracy. Wow. That was
you don't know. If you've never spoken with Bidor, that's exactly how she sounds. 7 feet, 1 inch tall. Sounds like that. Never left. Bidor, no, you do not. That's scary. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. I feel someone sit on my bed. I feel it every now and then. It turns out I'm just having heart murmurs and Baxter's in bed with us. So there you go. Aaron the author is here. Everyone should support and follow Aaron the author and all the social medias. One of the greatest authors of our time, and big news stuff coming out with Aaron. Aaron, when you're ready to promote what you got, I got a show, so just come on here and look everyone directly in the eye and say, would you like to buy a monkey? All right, so Lauren, Detroit. Any haunted things there other than the Tigers' playoff chances year after year?
Honestly, if you go sports route, the Lions are probably the most cursed franchise in any sport, of any sport. So, but personal, I don't think I've ever had like an encounter, but I will say this. So I work in a hospital and we were before COVID. We had like a nicer little spot where we were, but then they moved our location to more inside of the hospital. So we moved into like a 10 by 20 foot like room, like it's a closet. Like basically, I
10
work in
by-
a closet. Yeah,
Okay.
like 4 walls. Like I have a door that has like a slight like window.
Okay.
It's insane.
It-
So
it's like a hotel room in New York City. Ugh. Okay.
yeah, pretty
Got
much.
Got it.
So every day
Mm.
at like between 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the lights start flickering every day. Like it just out of nowhere. Like I'll just be working and all of a sudden like and then it will stop.
Okay.
And then the next day, same thing. So I don't know if it's haunted. I have suspicions that it is, but I don't know. But it every day, like it's clockwork. Every day between 1 and 2, the
Okay.
lights will just start flickering on and off, on and off, on and
So
off, and then it
it's
will stop.
only okay. That was going to be and Hillbilly jump in here as the foremost ghost hunting expert on this
Right, Jeff. I need
right
answers.
now. Same time every day. Because if it happened all through the day, I'd say clearly you're going to burn down because the electricity's faulty. But
Right.
Scribbler, Jeff Saunders, you have like 19 names. What do you think about it?
About the electrical ghost?
What should she do?
I would just, I don't know, turn the lights off.
You think it's trying to sleep, Jeff? Is that the most
And
simple?
yeah, take a nap and
Maybe that's his
if-
nap time?
If you feel
That's
something on your
fair.
spine, talk to Bador.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
That's a fair assessment because maybe it is. Maybe it's nap time. Who knows? Maybe that's-
Kazimov, we didn't
that's
plan
right.
on it, but Kazimov, we are telling ghost stories indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. All right. So I think we can do 6. All right, here we go. We're not done. I want someone else to come in here and tell us the ghost stories because I had nothing planned today. Normally, I'm not going to have like everyone up there. And also, thank you to Nothing Not Trey. You just use that QR code that pops up and you can make a donation if you'd like to the channel. It's also on my Twitch page as well. But no need for that. Just a little added bonus. Trey, thanks for that. All right. We're going to have 6 faces on here. I'm going to try this. John Mariano, do you have faith in me that I can pull off 6 faces at once?
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
He is one of my favorite Casterly Talk listeners. He is another man who has just got long, luxurious locks. Please welcome to the stream, Ranger Donald. Ranger Donald, what's up, my friend?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine, man. You're looking good.
I don't know what I'm doing here. So
I'll tell you what you're doing here. You're coming here to add some credibility to our ghost stories. Not that these other 5 don't have credit. Scribbler, we're unsure. Any ghost stories? What do you got? What do you got? And have you ever been protected by traffic guardians?
traffic guardians, no.
Okay.
But I haven't been attacked by certain traffic people that might be on something.
Okay. Oh, so you've been attacked in traffic by someone under the influence of
Yes.
maybe a controlled substance.
Yes. The residential challenge, like you like to call them.
Okay. Then you need to move to Cleveland Stat because they've got statues that protect you from that. But Ranger Donald, have you ever encountered a ghost, alien, a species from an unknown world that you're unsure of, or as your lights flickered on and off while you get burnt out of the building?
I haven't, but my mom once said she saw me standing on top of the steps and pitch black.
Oh, wait a minute. You're the ghost.
Yes.
You're the ghost. You're one of those haunted little children from the movies that start to knife all of us together because we wake up and suddenly you're in the kitchen. I just want a ham sandwich at 2 a.m. and Ranger Donald's there with a pocket knife. Okay. That was a twist. You're the ghost.
I wasn't even home at that time either, so.
You weren't even home?
Nope.
So it was a doppelganger.
Apparently, a ghost alien or something along the lines of that.
Wow. Let me read this one here from Kaz. And since I've never met Kazimov in person, I will not impersonate his voice like I did Bador's to 99% accuracy. Kaz says, my grandfather drove an aircraft carrier in World War II. Man, talk about, I have trouble driving a truck sometimes, an aircraft carrier. The chaplain was decapitated when a plane crashed onto the deck. Graham said a lot of people would continue to see the chaplain over the course of the war. Wow. Johnny,
Hmm.
you're a historian like me. What do you think about that?
That would blow my mind. Like that, being out on the sea to begin with would freak me out. But and being in war, like God bless everybody,
It's a lot.
with their sacrifices for this country. And on top of that, seeing your chaplain, I would be freaked out, man. I would probably jump off the boat. Like I would just jump off the boat,
Just off the aircraft carrier. So let me
off
ask
the
this
aircraft
question.
carrier.
Yeah, let me ask this question, Johnny. You are in the mess hall because I'm sure that's much like me. That's where you'd be on the aircraft carrier.
Fair.
You go back to your bunk. You turn the corner. Top of the stairs is Private Ranger Donald. What are you going to do? And you know he's been shipped to a destroyer. He's not even on that ship anymore.
I honestly would probably run, hopefully right through him, and if I knock him over, then I know he's there. And if I don't, I have my sandwich, most likely a sandwich, because I carry my food usually. I have my sandwich in hand, and I cannonball off the back end of the aircraft carrier because I worry about it hitting me if I jump off the front end. So I believe it's called the stern. I would jump off the stern of the aircraft carrier, and I would cannonball because I am incapable of diving.
I think you're doing all right. I think you're good. I think that's a good plan. Charge.
Yeah.
This is like a Rorschach test, kind of like what would you do? You're going to charge with the problem. Pete, what would you do? Haunted Ranger Donald on the top of the stairs in the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
You do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No traffic guardians there to protect you.
I know.
Okay. Lauren
Yeah.
Romo, what would you do?
Oh, I'm running the complete opposite direction.
So
and
Lauren, let the record
screaming.
reflect.
Yes.
Lauren Romo runs away from her problems.
Yes, 100% that's accurate. That's just 100% accurate, Ken. Yes.
Okay. Hillbilly Scripts. You grab out your like ghost hunting gear, your Polaroid camera. What do you do?
Yeah, I kind of think I would do the same thing John did, but you got to be careful because when you run through the ghost, I watched this documentary one time and you get all gooey and slippery afterwards. So
I saw
you got to
that.
be careful.
Yeah. It's a documentary about the comings and goings of a ghost hunting team in downtown New York, right?
Yeah, you saw it too.
I saw it too. I saw it last year because when I was in New York in 2015 for the first time, Dan Murrell took me right to this place. He goes, "This is where all this stuff happened," and I assumed it was real.
Were you gooey afterwards?
Look, I'm in a hotel by myself, Jeff. What do you think? All right, Erin, the author, dropped a link to her book. Her book is on pre-order. And Erin, the author, right now, confirmed via text. She just confirmed via text. I know it looks like there's no text there. Oh, no, there is. Look at that. That she's going to appear on this show in about 3 weeks to promote her book. She said she's going to drop in and get on here. Right, Erin? Erin's not here to defend herself, but we booked her. Ranger Donald, you've got this. You look like Paul White, the Giant, the Big Show in 1999 when he showed up in WWE. Your hair looks gorgeous. Any thoughts on Pete's gorgeous locks?
It's getting there.
Yeah, I need some
Mine took about
tips.
3 to 4 years to get. So.
I love that Ranger Donald is not. He's honest. He just looks at Pete and goes, "You're almost there."
Yeah, it's fair.
Very honest person.
Bedore says, "Get your EMF reader to know where the ghost is. Get a camera for some clues, a thermometer, some sound sensors. Let's go ghost hunting." This is great. Bedore, who to my face at the Schmodown Spectacular said, "Get out of my face." She's got some good ghost hunting tips. I know Bedore lives out there in Sweden. I think there's a lot of ghosts out there. I think she's got some experiences. Maybe I can get her on here one of these days to share in some of the stories. We're almost done here. We've been having a lot of fun hanging out. I wasn't supposed to be here today. I was supposed to be, it's 16:51 here. By the way, John Mariano, what do you think about me using military time?
I feel like it's pretentious, but I go with it for you.
Pretentious.
Wow.
This from a man who lives on an island that is so huge, they call it Long Island. Like it's the big.
It's a pretty
Jonas-
big word for John too. I gotta say, he used it quite well.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
amazing.
Jeff, do you share this pretentiousness thought that John has?
I don't know why they call it military time. It's hospital time.
Okay. Yeah.
The military, I feel like, stole it from the hospital.
Ooh, controversy. Donald, weigh on this one. Who do you give credit to, the military or the hospitals?
Why not both? Let's go with both of them. Make it even. Don't get anybody angry anymore.
You know what? I don't disagree with that. Donald's trying to say, let's bring some peace in the world. Look at this. Breaking news. Aaron, the author, says, me and a camera are not a good match. There's a reason my talent's behind the lens. I call hogwash on that, which is not a Harry Potter curse. It's an old-timey swear word. I think we can peer pressure to Aaron doing at least 5 minutes on camera to promote her book. Do we all agree? Yes or no?
Can I peer pressure a little bit here? Is
Yeah,
that
go
too
for
much
it.
to ask?
Yeah,
So
tell you
I was
what. Hold on, Johnny. I'm going to get you the solo layout. Aaron, look closely. John has the floor.
So about a year ago, I was in our mutual friend Mark Riley's writer's room, and Erin would periodically drop in and steal the show. And she was on camera, and she was fantastic. And I know she could hold her own for at least a solid 5. Hi, Erin. Yeah, this is me peer pressuring you right now because I've seen you on camera, and I know you can hold your own on a conversation, and you should be promoting your book here. So
there you go. Well said. Bador, do you agree with that in chat? I think you could help us peer pressure Aaron as well. But I'll tell you, we're still going to sell. We're going to sell Aaron's book here. We're going to make sure everyone gets a hold of that book. All right, we are almost out of here. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Like I said, I would have been very close to landing at Dulles. And driving on into DC for a beer, a sleep, and then a comedy show the next night. Doing that tomorrow. Mark Ellis and I are going to be there. So if you have not got tickets, like a couple people live on the show here today, I think I'm going to be seeing some of them there, like Pete Rich, John Mariano, maybe others. Mark Ellis and I are there. You can go to markellis.live for tickets or go to catnapzok.com for tickets as well. I want to update here. No SNN this week and no Pop Rocket Radio this week. Unfortunately, I thought I was going to have some time. It's the holidays. I've been traveling. I don't want to put something out there that's subpar. So we'll return to those after I get back from the old Washington, D.C. I want to thank everyone joining me here today live. Old Hansel says I'll be sitting in D.C. traffic for 3 hours. Yeah, okay. You're not wrong. Now I gotta do that tomorrow night during rush hour, probably, it seems. So we're almost out of here. A lot of fun. We will be live next week. I have some special guests lined up, people popping in here. You never know who will pop up. And, if Aaron, the author, is, doesn't want to pop on camera to promote her book, we'll pick someone from the audience to be Aaron for us on an interview. That person will answer all the questions for Aaron. And we'll get to it.
I'll volunteer for that, Aaron, if you need somebody.
There you go. Lauren wants in on the action there. So on that note, I will say goodbye to you all. Thanks for hanging out with me here. Thanks for those who subbed live on Twitch and gave bits like Bador. I kid, but Bador is one of the sweetest people I've ever had the chance to interact with online and in person. She was great out of the spectacular. So that is it for this time out. We'll see you next week on Ken Goes Live.